let's start taking some long, slow, deep, silent breaths. Deep and slow, quiet and even. And if you're doing so, you might invite your eyes to close if you're comfortable doing so that you can use the power of your own visualization. And as you use the power of your own visualization, begin to extend every exhale through pursed lips as if blowing through a straw. This is an important feature that allows you to control the exhale, and that's what we're always attempting to do, lengthen the exhale. As you do so, begin to focus your mind on the fleeting moment where your out breath changes to your in breath. And then as you deeply inhale, look for the fleeting moment where your in breath changes back to your out breath, and focus on those two poles of your breath cycle. We call that sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. You might use the visualization of a beautiful samurai katana, long heirloom sword that gets passed down through generations, and you're sharpening it. And as you inhale, you draw that blade carefully along the stone, watching the edge, making sure you're putting a perfect edge on it. And when you flip the blade, that's when your fleeting moment happens, and you exhale and push the blade from you, again, focusing on the edge where it meets the stone. This is sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. It's a great visualization, and it's a great meditation technique. So if you're inclined, invite yourself to use that visualization for a few more breaths. Then, after you've done a few more, allow your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. Well done. And then we'll begin our warm-ups. Begin with yoga neck roll, drop the chin as you exhale, and then when you inhale and sweep one ear past one shoulder. Exhale across the chest, inhale past the other shoulder, and exhale from side to side, almost tick-tocking from side to side. And as you do so, notice the long exhale across the chest, the deep inhale past the ear from side to side, the yoga neck roll, where we warm up our upper respiratory sinus. And then we exhale our chin to chest, inhale our chin back upright, and work into our shoulder girdles. These are the Dajue rolls. We loop forward and upward as we inhale, we squeeze backward and downward as we exhale, and you do it deliberately, in concert with your breath. Inhaling, looping forward, exhaling, squeezing downward, waking up the area between the shoulder blades known as the Dajue point in ancient Asian literature. Well done. Rising and falling with your breath. And on your next exhale, you can relax your shoulders and turn your eyes towards one hand and begin to scoop and toss behind you from side to side. The eyes follow hand, the hand follows breath, and the breath follows mind. As you scoop and toss from side to side, we call this windmills. It's just a form of silk reeling. Looping, scooping, and tossing from side to side. And after we've done this for a while with our hands, we simply draw this looping back into our shoulder blades and begin looping from side to side. Those shoulder blades now, from one to the other, you might notice your weight shift and your trunk turn, and that's exactly what we're going for. Beautifully done. And now we work our way into the lower trunk. We go from this looping right into a side-to-side turning, and we call this initial move the constant bear. That's what one of my teachers taught me. It's also known as the rag doll. I saw a Taoist describing it that way. And we're going to go into something called the prayer drum. So you've already got this rhythm going. What you do now is, as your trunk turns and you use that momentum, you begin to slap or tap the top of the opposite shoulder while you tap or slap the lower body. And as you do so from side to side, this is the prayer drum. And after you've done the top of the shoulder, you can work your way to the top of the chest, up around the collarbone, somewhere where it's safe to slap or tap. Well done. And after you've done the slap or tap at the shoulder and the chest, you work your way to the bottom of the rib cage. Slap or tap there. And then we finish up the prayer drum, the pellet drum, by the hands dropping to the hips. Beautifully done. Now we can allow our hands to drift to our hips and begin big hula hoops with the hips. We call this stirring the bowl. So we work our way down into the lower body. And after you've done stirring the bowl in one direction, simply pause and loop in the opposite direction. Beautifully done. And after we've gotten that done, we can allow our center of gravity to settle within our base of support. Step out a little wider, a little lower, as if you're riding a horse. This is Mabu, the horse riding stance. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we turn our shoulders and we drop down. As we inhale, we turn our shoulders, rise to pause. Exhale, turn shoulders, drop down. Inhale, rise to pause from side to side. And you rest your hands anywhere between your hips and knees, right on your thighs. This warm-up is known lovingly by the Shaolin. This is the Great Bear swings from side to side. A great warm-up for the lumbo-pelvic hip complex. And after you've gone from side to side in this direction, merely pause at the bottom, inhale your trunk upright, and before we leave horse stance, begin some shifting weight on a figure eight, almost a dance move. You're rolling the hip from side to side and you're shifting weight on a figure eight. This is an important move in Tai Chi and Qigong. And then we'll simply settle back into the middle, bring our feet back into a comfortable stance, shoulder width-ish. We shift weight to one side, we raise the opposite heel, and we do some Elvis loops. Inward at first, and then outward to the other side. We take weight from that foot, raise the opposite heel, loop inward. And after some inward loops, a few outward loops. And just like that, our warm-ups are done from head to toe. We'll begin our series with Qigong breathing. We begin to inhale our palms up towards our heart, exhale our palms back down. We continue in this manner. We're breathing between two of our three energy centers. These are known as the middle dantian, the cauldron of the heart, and the lower dantian, the cauldron of the body. And as you breathe between these two energy centers, to get the most out of this preparation, we engage the upper dantian, the cauldron of the mind. And the best way to do so, if you're comfortable doing so, is with eyes closed. So that way you can use the full power of your own personal visualization. So as you inhale and the palms rise, you imagine a glowing mist rising from the core of the earth through the soles of your feet, up your inner body through trillions of cells. And it collects up in the mind at the top of the head. And when you exhale down, your palms melt with your breath, and that glowing mist in your mind forms a glowing cloud, and that glowing cloud forms a glowing rain, and that glowing rain gently washes down the trillions of cells of your inner body through the soles of your feet and back into the ground. So this visualization is called cleansing the inner body, an ancient Qigong visualization and meditation. And you imagine a glowing mist rises with each inhale, a glowing rain falls with each exhale, and it's cleansing your inner body as you breathe into and out of the earth beneath you. Beautifully done. When your hands rise again on your next one, invite your hands to pause in a hugging posture and pose that we know as stand like tree. This is a meditative stance we use in our live class, both on site and here online. And it's a chance for us to take a calibration and a visualization of our inner alignment. So with eyes closed, if you can tolerate it, as you stand here, our long neck and light head pulls upward. Our heavy shoulders and heavy tail melt downward. Between them, our spine stretches. This is what's known as the string of pearls in ancient Asian literature. And as we breathe deeply, our hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Our feet are parallel in a firm rooted stance like a mighty oak. While our three energy centers, those three dantian, those three cauldrons, are stacked on one another as if you stacked three smooth river rocks, balanced perfectly on life's river's edge. And with soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, you gently blow through pursed lips with each exhale and closed eyes into the cauldrons as you breathe deeply, slowly, and you visualize the chi you just stirred with all of your warm-ups from head to toe, yoga neck roll, dajue roll, pellet drum, and all the others, stirring the bowl. Feel it course through you. As you breathe and as you visualize, invite your hands to begin a slow journey downward until your thumbs cross over your belly button, your folded fingers warm comfortably beneath them in the area we know lovingly as the cauldron of the body, the lower dantian. And you use the power of your visualization and you imagine blowing on the embers of the cauldron of the body with each extended exhale through closed eyes and pursed lips. And as you do so, you visualize those embers grow brighter and brighter with each extended exhale, and with each deep ensuing inhale, you draw that light upward, outward, filling your inner galaxy. You begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of your heart, the middle dantian, the seat of compassion and emotion. As you blow on the embers of both cauldrons, that light grows brighter and brighter, filling your inner galaxy and spilling beyond your inner galaxy and bathing the room around you with light, warm, silken chi energy. May your body stay strong and may your heart stay calm. And if your eyes are still closed, enjoy it as your hands begin to slowly melt to your side, only inviting your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We step into the center of our little boat, and our hand on this side of the room or screen makes a gentle fist that floats before the heart. The hand on this side covers it, and together we take a deep breath in and straighten. We slowly exhale and bow in a gesture of mutual respect for one another. When we inhale ourselves back upright in gratitude for the tradition, when we exhale, our hands slowly melt down. And when they inhale again, we inhale them up overhead till they're an inch apart, and then we slowly and deliberately exhale down our center line. This is centering the chi, where we begin and end every class together. We do one more, and this is just in deference to the Shaolin. Our palms come together, and as the Shaolin do, we exhale only to the middle dantian, the heart center. And this is because we borrow so many cool things from them. We inhale and elbows rise and wrists straighten. We exhale and our palms melt down. Beautifully done. Now we step out into our little boat. We make sure our knees are soft and unlocked. We inhale our hands up slowly, an inch apart. We exhale slowly down. We continue this for a little while we take inventory of our alignment. We make sure those three smooth river rocks we stacked on life's river's edge are balanced perfectly on one another. We continue, rising and falling in concert with our breath. As we inhale, we float, knees and hands rise. As we exhale, we melt, knees and hands fall. This is sinking the chi. Beautiful movement we return to again and again to find our alignment. Well done. Now, the next time your hands drop, invite them to pause at the bottom. And in your Qigong breathing technique, inhale your palms slowly towards your heart. Once you get there, as you exhale, exhale your palms out towards the side. Let the knees soften a little bit. When you inhale back towards your heart, the knees can rise again. And when you exhale again, slowly palm outward in front of you and sink a little bit. As you inhale, draw towards your chest. As you exhale, out towards the side, the palms facing out, melting down. Inhale, draw and rise. Exhale, push downward. Exhale with the knees downward. Then palms in towards the heart. And then let's push forward again. Exhale, forward, and maybe sink just a little bit. Inhale back towards the heart, and let's push outward as we exhale. You'll notice that with every inhale, we draw towards our heart. And with every exhale, we push forward or another direction, from side to side or up or down. So push outward as you exhale. There's a lot of different names for this series. I've seen the 6-arm theory series, push downward. I've seen the 8-arm series, but it's a Qigong technique, push forward. Again, pushing out with every exhale, yang-hail. Inhale towards the heart, every inhale to the sides now. Beautifully done. Now, when we return to our heart, let's push upward towards the sky. Exhale, push up, and then inhale, palms towards heart. Exhale, push down towards the earth. Beautifully done. Inhale towards the heart. Exhale to the sky. Inhale to the heart, and continue with your breathing just like this. So you see, when we started out, let's keep going from sky to earth. You'll see when we started out with our Qigong breathing that there are a whole lot of more elaborate routines that go with this. Today we're just playing with Qigong breathing, the 6-arm or the 8-arm series. Now with this, we can go to some more familiar routines we know and love well. When our hands rise from the bottom again, let's breathe all the way through. Inhale all the way up and then out all the way down, and repeat. Fingers meet in the lap. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. And you may remember this from the Bada Jin, the 8 brocades. This is known as holding up heavens like a pillar. We exhale down, we inhale and rise, all the way up. Beautifully done. And then from here, when our hands meet at our heart again, we'll separate them. And the hand on this side will push up as the other pushes down. We turn towards the upper hand, we inhale and switch. Exhale to the opposite side. And you'll notice we keep our breathing, inhaling towards center, exhaling towards side. This is the second of the 8 brocades you may recognize. This is penetrating heaven and earth. And this is actually one of the 6 or 8-arm series as well, this particular move. Beautifully done. Now, in a moment, when we return to our heart, we'll bring our palms back facing each other. So, grasping like so, exhale, push to the sides. Beautiful. Inhale, draw in, rise, then exhale, push forward. Beautiful. Inhale, back to the heart. Exhale, push downward. And sink with it if you'd like. Then inhale to the heart, exhale, push upward. Beautifully done. Inhale, let's push downward again. There's a nice breeze out here right now. Inhale and rise, exhale, push upward. Beautifully done. Now, inhale and push downward, and when you get to the bottom, pause and grasp a ball. Well done. We're going to sweep this ball up to one side, shifting weight. Then we'll exhale down and we'll sweep to the other side and inhale up. And our eyes follow this ball. We stare intently between the two palms, known as Lao Gong points. And they keep a circuit between the Lao Gong point and the Da Jue point that we were warming up earlier. Now we're rocking from side to side. This movement is known, by the way, in Tai Chi as the waves on the ocean. And from the waves on the ocean, from side to side, shifting weight, turning trunk, we can actually go into a variation in Tai Chi that's known as reaching for the moon. So the next time your hands raise, regardless of the side, simply follow them up over the shoulder behind you, holding that ball. And then exhale down and inhale and switch sides. Inhale up, exhale down. So very similar movement, but instead of from side to side, you're reaching up behind you, over the shoulder, reaching for the moon. How beautiful. And exhale down. On this next one, let's pause to one side, over one foot, and let's bring our hands to about shoulder height, palms facing downward. We'll take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, we'll follow our hands at shoulder height all the way across and behind us. Once behind us, we'll take a deep breath in, and we'll exhale, and eyes follow hands all the way across behind you to the other side. Once you're behind again, inhale and exhale all the way across. This is known as Master Wong, calms waters. And believe me, with today's technical difficulties, I need this more than you do. So exhale across. Notice how movements like these extend your exhale. This is actually how we calm the mind, with extended exhales. So Master Wong calms waters. Now there's variations, and we'll do one right now. When you come out of this next one, the lead hand, simply face the palm outward and drop the following hand to about waist height. Once behind yourself, switch and exhale all the way across. This is just a variation of Master Wong calms waters. So your palm is down on the, or out on the lead hand, your thumb is down, and you're reaching behind you where you inhale, then you exhale all the way across. How beautiful. From side to side. And in a moment, as we come out of this next one, we'll pause over this side. Inhale our hands back up to this starting position, but this time, your lead hand is palm down, your following hand is palm up, your weight is over this foot, and you draw the opposite foot into what we call a toe stance or a T stance to prepare ourselves for brush knee and push. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we slowly bow step out, and the lead hand drops and the following hand pushes across, which brings us over the opposite foot, a perfect starting position to return to our starting stance with the lead hand palm down, following hand palm up. Inhale and T-step, then exhale, bow step, lead hand drops, following hand pushes across, and the eyes follow that hand. Then we inhale to our starting position on this side, T stance, exhale, lunging and bow stance. across. Let's do a few more of these. Inhale up, T stance. Exhale, bow stance. Brush knee and push. Continue. Inhale and exhale. Beautifully done. Let's do a couple of more. They feel pretty good. Exhale across. Inhale and rise. And then exhale across. And this time, let's pause. Let's square up our stance into it, but keep this hand extended. Bring it out in front of you like you're stopping traffic with it. The following hand cradles it. And what we do with this following hand is our eyes follow it behind us. We inhale as it drops back, and then we exhale as we push forward. Then we roll wrist, and we inhale the other hand back. And we exhale, and it pushes forward, and we roll wrist, and we do this from side to side. This slow swimming motion is known as repulsing the monkey in Tai Chi. Now there's some footwork to this, but we'll skip it today and we'll just enjoy this breathing as our eyes follow the hands and our hands follow breath and our breath follows mind. Repulsing the monkey. How beautiful and so needed on this Saturday morning together. I'm so grateful for you guys to stick with it and come on and show up. And that's, as they say, 99% of success in life is just showing up. So I so appreciate this. Now, on this next one, when our hand pushes forward, we'll go ahead and pause, and we'll invite them to drop, and we'll sync our chi. Rise with the breath and fall with the breath. How beautiful. Let's do some more. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. And we'll begin to land this plane. On this next one, as our hands drop, we'll pause at the bottom, and when we inhale again, we'll inhale them extended up in front of us, and exhale back down. We'll continue this, rising and falling. This is opening the door, and it prepares us for our final stance. So if you feel comfortable, when your hands rise again and you inhale them up, invite them to spread wide and stand like tree. With long neck and light head floating upward, our heavy shoulders and our heavy tail melt downward. As our spine, our string of pearls stretches between them, our hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Our feet remain parallel in a firm-rooted stance, like a mighty oak, with soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze. Our eyes are closed as our three dantian are balanced perfectly at one another, just as if we stack them smooth river rocks on life's river's edge. As we extend every exhale through pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw, we begin to invite our hands to melt down one final time, crossing thumbs over the belly button, and the folded fingers warming again on the cauldron of the body. Extend every exhale, and we blow and resume blowing on the embers of the cauldron of the heart and the cauldron of the body. And as before, we delight in the growing, glowing light. With each extended exhale, we begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the mind, all three cauldrons. Their embers respond and grow brighter and brighter and brightest still, till finally we're filling the inner galaxy with the brightest light possible. As we do so, it escapes the inner body and bathes the room around us. It escapes the room around us and bathes the loving home around us. It escapes the loving home around us and it bathes the world around us and life itself with light, warm, silken chi energy. May your body stay strong. May your heart stay calm. May your mind stay sharp. May your spirit stay free. Yi-dao, Qi-dao, which means where mind goes, Qi follows. If eyes are closed, enjoy it as your hands melt to your side, only inviting the eyes to slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We finish up by stepping into the center of our little boat and slowly and deliberately inhaling the hands up an inch apart, centering our chi as promised, slowly exhaling down. Once at the bottom, we invite the hand on this side to make the gentle fist. The hand on this side covers it. Together, we take a deep breath in and straighten. We slowly exhale and bow to one another in a gentle gesture of mutual respect. And you guys deserve a big round of applause.